All right, y'all, welcome back to a spooky and tasty episode of Foodies and Friends on Fox Local. If you haven't downloaded the Fox Local app on your smart TV or your smartphone, now is the time to do it because, y'all, I know we're all going to be running to Target at 11 o'clock on Friday night, next Friday, trying to get treats for the kids or last-minute teacher gifts. Well, maybe not on Friday, but, this time of year, a little stress, a little bit of anxiety. I don't love going and getting all that sugar.
No, especially just chocolate. That's all that's left on Friday.
And it's fake sugar. It's fake chocolate.
Yes.
At that. And so I thought, let's look for something a little bit different, a little bit maybe healthier. Yeah. Elizabeth Stone, I know y'all been watching Fox 26 for the last 3 decades. Great friend.
I'm not that old.
But in case you watched the original Foodie Cleverly Stone on Fox 26, Elizabeth Stone was her foodie sister.
Yes, we were foodie sisters.
And so this may look a little bit familiar. So she's got the answers for everything Halloween, from real chocolate, real fruit, and maybe some good ideas for the kids.
Yeah, just easy things to eat and things that are a little bit healthier.
Yeah.
So that you're not eating just junk all night.
Yeah, nothing out of a plastic
and
tub.
sending them into a sugar spiral.
Yeah.
Which none of us want.
No, we don't want that. So we've got a lot here. So what should we start with?
Well, I'm going to start with soup and a sandwich. So we're going to eat before we go trick-or-treating.
Sounds great, because we have little parties.
Yeah, we gatherings.
Neighborhood parties. I've got one of those that I don't know what I'm going to make.
And one of my favorite things about Halloween is it's a very casual social gathering. Mm-hmm. My mother loved Halloween. It was her favorite holiday. Mm-hmm. And so we always she had a lot of food out. People came over, ate a little bit, then they could go trick-or-treating if they want. If not, they could stay back and drink and watch whatever game was on TV, right?
No, that's the season.
So my mother had this thing about having all of the food be orange or black. So everything on the table had to be orange or black.
I love it.
I only did 2 orange things today, but sometimes she did black bean soup. But this soup is a tomato basil soup that it was an accident. It's a catering accident, but I'm going to share my story and I'm going to have you make it.
Okay.
Because it's super simple, easy, last minute, and you probably have these things in your pantry already. So I'm going to have you put this 2 cups of marinara sauce.
Yeah. Oh, this is marinara.
It's marinara out of a can, out of a jar.
No problem.
I like to use ragu, but you can use whatever you have.
Yeah,
and then it gets about a half a cup of sour cream you can stir in. So I was doing an event for 400 people, a luncheon, and my chef had made this wonderful soup all day long. And I came back to taste it, and somebody had turned the fire up, and it burned all 20 gallons of it.
Oh.
And we couldn't remake it in time.
I would have cried.
Yes, I did. So one of my employees said, well, tomato soup is just marinara with cream. So this is a true story. So now I've got 2 cups of heavy cream going in here. It's not healthy, but it sure is yummy.
So that's a great tip, though. Marinara and cream, if you're short. What if I don't have a jar of ragu in the pantry?
You could use canned tomatoes. You could use canned tomatoes, too. But you need to cook them a little bit so they get that hardiness to them.
Okay.
But so we made this. I put it in those big igloo containers from Sam's. Mm-hmm. And I prayed, and I said, either this is the end of my career or it's going to be great. 20 people called me for the recipe the next day.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm not lying. We still sell this in the shop just like this. So we put a little bit of dried basil in it.
It's getting kind of pink.
Yeah, and this is I probably put too much cream in, but that's okay. It'll be yummy. And just a pinch of garlic powder just to give it some flavor. And that's it.
Easy.
And then you can pour it in little shot glasses. You can serve this cold or hot, either one, whatever you like.
Yeah. Nice little savory veggie appetizer.
Yep. And again, I think I put too much cream in it, but that's okay. See, it still looks good, right?
This looks great. I like that.
I'm just going to move this back here so it's out of our way. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. Just so you know that we made it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's terrible, isn't it?
No, it's amazing. Oh, no, it's really good.
Yeah. There's nothing you can't do. Heavy cream or bacon makes everything taste better.
Nice.
So these are our cheese toast. So this was my mother's cheese toast. I'm just going to pull it apart so you can see it. So it's basically like a pimento cheese on the bottom, but it's just cheddar cheese with a little milk and Worcestershire in it. You run it in the oven and melt it, and then top it with bacon and fresh tomatoes. And if you're vegetarian, you can leave the bacon off, but it has such a great flavor. Just a little grilled cheese that you can eat, with your stew, and it gives you some heartiness before you go out either drinking or having too much candy.
Yeah.
Right.
And these are also great ideas, not just for Halloween, but we've got a lot going on. There's still football.
Yes.
There's still nice outdoor patio in your backyard, at least for a few more weeks, right? So those are great for that. Too.
Absolutely. Or just to have as a snack before you're going out to dinner or something, if you just want a little nibble.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Should we move on to some of the sweets?
Well, we're going to skip to football.
Oh,
so now we're going to talk about tailgating for Halloween because all this football is going on and baseball. There's so many sporting events right now. I can't keep up. So I did 3 different things. So this is more for the kids, but it's awfully cute. So this is a pumpkin that we just cut the mouth out of. And then this is just cut fruit. So he looks like he's, throwing up the fruit, but it's very cute. And we didn't make him scary. You could make him scary.
But this is great for kids to get involved.
Absolutely.
Centerpiece, even outside. I'm thinking for Halloween trick-or-treating.
Yes, you could do that.
Maybe I put this on my doorstep as a very welcoming sign.
It is. It's soft and warm and welcoming.
I love that.
And then we just made the eyes out of a little slice of kiwi and a blueberry.
Cute.
Isn't he fun?
But very easy.
Easy. And again, the kids can do it. And you can carve it differently if you want. The only thing, you just have to make the mouth big no matter what.
Yeah.
But simple.
Put anything in there.
You could. And
Candy, popcorn.
A lot of people do like pasta tossed in green. It's something green like pesto. So it looks very ugly.
And then just to give me an idea, how much time would you think it would take to build this?
If you buy the fruit at the grocery store already cut, which you can, it probably less than 30 minutes.
Oh, easy. So 30-minute Halloween
just
decoration.
To cut it out, scoop out the insides, and then just garnish it with
all
the fruit.
Natural. And then tell the kids they have to eat all of it before they eat any of their Halloween candy.
Yes. Now, if you wanted to do something extra to that, you could put a little bowl of dark chocolate melted next to it, and they could have skewers and dip it in there. That would be a really fun idea, too.
Idea.
Sort of like, fondue, but just something fun.
You sound like you know a little bit about the catering business.
38 years, I've learned something along the way.
What's this football over
here?
Okay,
so this is my, I call this my pimento cheese football. I love pimento cheese. So we've taken pimento cheese that you can buy at the store, or you can come here or make it yourself, added some cream cheese to it so it holds up. And then we've just covered it in bacon and green onions. And then the top to make the laces, we just used a little bit of mozzarella cheese. So easy. Again, very simple, easy to make.
So cute. And I love how you can coat it, because you could actually coat it in anything else.
Anything else. You don't have to use bacon.
You don't have to use bacon.
No, you could coat it in anything. I just like the bacon because it made it brown, look like a football, right?
I can see maybe like candied orange or candied ginger.
Absolutely do. Those would be fabulous. Fabulous. Or if you wanted, you could like toast breadcrumbs and make them brown and then roll it. So that would be cute too if you didn't want to use bacon. But I'm kind of a bacon girl.
Yeah. But no, that's okay. And it's still relatively, like, it won't kill you.
No. And it actually, if you make the pimento cheese from scratch, it definitely won't kill you. Yeah. But you don't have to. It's really not hard. It's just grated cheddar with a little mayonnaise and cayenne in it.
How often are you coming up with these new dishes, and do they make appearances in your events? Because you cater over 500 events every year.
Yes, I do. And yes, they do. Yeah. So like we run a Halloween special, and so all of these things are available for our Halloween party. So I come up with, I do 3 new menus a year that I don't change everything, because in catering, everybody loves beef tender and shrimp. And beef tender and shrimp. So I just do some different appetizers and sides to go with those. So it mixes it up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know that we can make these at home, but it's also good to know that you could call Elizabeth at the last second and come and pick them up. So
absolutely. But you know what I always say about catering is it has to be food that's easy, because we make it, we put it in the refrigerator, we put it in a cooler, we take it to an event, and then we unpack it. So I call it food abuse. It's got to put up with food abuse.
All right. Speaking of food abuse. This is going to die right now.
Okay, it's going to die. So these are little smokies that I have. So we've taken pie dough, and you just make little long strips and wrap them in the pie dough. Yes, of course. Yeah. We just got them out of the oven.
Really?
So these are our mummies. Aren't they cute?
Very cute.
And then there's a little bit of yellow mustard there if you want to dip it in, or sometimes I put little eyes on them to make it the little eyes for the mummies.
A little baby croissant.
You can use
Whipping
croissant
bags.
dough or pie dough, like the refrigerated pie dough, and just cut it in long little strips, and then you just wrap it. Just not that anybody's experienced in wrapping a mummy, but that if you were,
maybe you're out there. But like little toothpicks would be great.
Yes.
Yeah. So this
and
is
just
perfect.
super easy, and they're room temperature. So I mean, you can serve them warm, but they sit really well as room temperature.
For sure. No, they taste great, and they're cool right now.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Are you ready to do something
We're
fun?
on to the sweet stuff because, this is the focus. I think most people, when they think about Halloween, they think of the traditional giant bags of Snickers or Hershey's. I'm trying to get away from that.
Yeah.
Right? Like we've got so many incredible culinary talents available to us here in Houston, and so many incredible local shops and local businesses that, I don't know, maybe they're doing it better, y'all. I think they're doing it better.
I think they are too. And I think this is very easy.
Yeah.
And again, these are a lot of these things you would already have at your house. So I've used green apples. You could use red apples, but I like the tartness of the green apple. So we're going to basically make chocolate dipped apples, but instead of the old style of the whole apple, we're doing slices.
Yeah.
And I'm using dark chocolate. You can use milk chocolate. You can use semi-sweet chocolate chips if you want. There's a lot of mixture, but we just decided to use the dark chocolate.
And I love the slices because I love candied apples and I love coated apples, but they're too hard for me to eat.
Yeah. And then this makes it biteable,
this
right?
Is so much more smart of an idea.
And then we just put it on a little lollipop
There
stick.
we go.
So basically on the apple, we just actually cut the sides off and don't use the middle. So you get two nice slices on either side of the apple, which is perfect.
Yeah.
All right. And this is melted dip chocolate. So you get to make these. So we're going to go in. I'm going to tip it. Just do both sides.
The whole thing.
Uh-huh.
Again, another fun kids activity.
Kids can do this.
I mean,
and just kind of drip it off a little bit.
You can do this. A lot of neighborhoods have little block parties.
Yeah, this would be perfect for a block party.
This would be perfect because you go into somebody's backyard or their front yard. So
Remember when we were little, we used to do the bobbing for apples? I don't think anybody does that anymore because it's probably after COVID, nobody can do that anymore.
I haven't thought about
but
that.
This is kind of a different alternative to that. So now you just put it on your sheet.
Here,
Let's do one more.
This is a very fun activity. Oh, my son's birthday is coming up.
This would be fun for him.
This would be a great birthday party activity. I think we're
And
gonna
so
do that.
I've just put together some different toppings. You can do whatever you want or whatever you have at home. So these are mini chocolate chips, pistachios, apricots, pecans, and coconut. And you can see here we did them all with individual items, but if you can just do whatever you want.
I want to do double-sided.
Okay, do double-sided.
Multiple flavors.
So you have to do this, and we have to let it sit for a minute till it kind of sets, and then we can flip it over.
I love this. Now, once they dry, how long does it take?
Oh, maybe 5 to 10 minutes at the most. The chocolate's going to set pretty quickly.
And then we can put them in little baggies.
Yeah, so I've done that. So you can see these are great teacher gifts, or you could, if you felt like making enough, you could do these as your trick or treats.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, a nice healthy one. You could make these 2 or 3 days ahead of time. Do not refrigerate them; they're good to go.
Oh, okay. I totally would have done that
because you don't need to. The chocolate's covering the apple, so it's going to be just fine.
Absolutely.
But not a week ahead, but a couple of days ahead would be fine.
This is so great, and you can also put like a little note.
Yeah, you could put a little Halloween note or a little love note, like trick or treat, happy Halloween, or come back next year.
No, I love it.
All those cute things.
I love the interactive nature. And it's not coming out of a plastic tub at Target.
No, it's not. Not that we don't like Target. We're not trying to say.
We need our stretchy pants at certain times of the year, but.
Okay, let's see if you can flip them over now. I think they're about ready. Yep. See, they've kind of set. Yeah. They're not quite set all the way, but they will be.
So I'm going to do a little bit different this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is now, Elizabeth, do you ever offer any kind of cooking classes or anything fun?
I do.
would like to learn how to do any of this,
I do.
home.
So I do it right here in this room,
Yeah.
and I can host up to 10.
Oh, wow.
And we can do hands-on. A lot of times I do a demo and then they watch and ask questions and then we feed them afterwards. So it's kind of fun to do that.
Yeah.
So
no, I love that. Yeah.
All right. So have you,
Take
is
a
it
bite.
sticking to the other side? We may have
No,
needed to
we're
flip
kind
it a
of
little
dry.
early. I'm sorry.
No,
Well, you know
it's okay.
what? Look, we can fix that.
All right. Oh,
We'll just put a little more chocolate on there like that.
yeah.
Now you can stick it.
Now, what are you going to do for Halloween? Do people come here? Like,
I have a lot of people
parents
come.
bring their kids and say, Elizabeth Stone.
Oh,
we know.
You can order all of these things in our food shop 48 hours ahead of Halloween and come pick them up. And I have a whole lot more. It's all online on our SilverStone Food Shop website. But at my house, because my mom's gone, like yours, but we honor her every year. And so I have a Halloween party at my house every year. And it's costume optional. And we have all orange and black food. And then people bring their kids and go trick-or-treating. So,
oh my gosh.
and we watch whatever game is on the TV.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun.
Some of these.
A lot. Oh, no, I'll
dishes.
probably have all of these.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
if I've made it up, I need to do it.
Yeah.
Did you put something on that side?
Okay, let's put
And then we're going to make one last item.
Yeah, there we go. And I love you could also do like white chocolate on the apples.
You
instead of
could.
dark chocolate.
And
mix
you
it
could
up.
drizzle the white chocolate if you wanted to. Yeah. And you know, Katie, one of the things that I like to tell people is people get so freaked out about chocolate. Just put it in the microwave. In the bowl, 15 seconds, 15 seconds, stir it up, another 15 seconds.
And,
You
but
see,
then
it's so easy.
Where did this chocolate come from? Because if people are wanting to do this, it's important to start with a good base, right?
Yeah.
So what should they look for at the store?
If you're going to use like chocolate chips work great, whether
so just like melted in
because they already have a little oil in them.
Okay.
So if you get a chocolate that's not a chocolate chip, we add about a teaspoon of olive oil or vegetable oil to it to help it stay that consistency and keep that glossiness to it.
Okay.
Not a lot, but after it's melted, you just mix it in, and you can do that with your white chocolate too. So at the grocery store, in the baking aisle,
just the good old fashioned
chocolate to melt, the semi-sweet chocolate, or if you want to use a dark chocolate or a bitter chocolate, sometimes I mix them. It just, you have to play with it a little bit and make sure it gets as melty as you want it to.
Yeah.
But for surefire, chocolate chips always work.
And this just kind of reminds me, because, you know, a lot of the stuff Elizabeth mentioned can be made from existing ingredients in your home. But
absolutely.
What are some of those basic fundamental ingredients that every Houstonian should have in their kitchen, whether it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas? Some of the basics. We're going to start with chocolate.
Chocolate is a great thing.
Chocolate is the most
important. I always have some kind of dried fruit, either apricots or cranberries, because they're great to add to things, to add another flavor or texture. Raisins, or a snack that's not terribly unhealthy, right? Yeah. The other things that are always in my pantry are olive oil, Hellman's mayonnaise. I only use Hellman's mayonnaise.
You're a Hellman's girl?
I'm a Hellman's girl. I know. Are you a Duke's
You're
or one
not
of those
a
other?
Duke's
No,
girl?
I'm sorry. I'm an old-fashioned Hellman's girl.
But my mama was Duke's.
Oh.
How are you Hellman's?
But she came from the East Coast. We didn't have Hellman's. We didn't have Duke's down here for a long time. That's why.
Yeah. I can't believe she didn't convert.
Yeah, she probably tried. But my mama was a Hellman's girl. So Hellman's mayonnaise, I always have Dijon. Dijon is a great way to bind like a dressing. If you have olive oil and vinegar and a little Dijon, you make a nice emulsified salad dressing. Super simple. You know, just the other, like milk, eggs.
But what kind of sugar, right? Like, do we ever put any sugar? Is it white sugar, brown sugar, pink? I mean, there
are things that we put sugar in, but I like to do these without sugar because I'm trying to not do sugar for Halloween. But always brown sugar and white sugar is what I have.
So
I have both just so you have it available to do that.
Any flour?
Yeah, I use it. I keep an all-purpose flour at home just because it's good for a lot of things. Yeah. I mean, if you're really a bread baker, you want to use a bread flour, but just regular all-purpose flour.
Yep.
And salt, sea salt, and regular salt for baking. And then I love to use pink salts or flavored salts as a finishing.
So
you could, you could do that. We could have done pink salt. I may have some down there that we could add to it. Let's see. Yeah. So you could sprinkle here. Let's put a little more drizzle on this.
No, I love that.
And then we can
many fun things. So many great
Now you can put a little bit of pink salt on there.
Yes. Now you're probably busy. Do you have lots of Halloween events
coming up? This time of year we have a lot of events every week.
I bet
until all the way to December.
I bet they go a little crazy too.
Oh, they do.
What's one of the wildest Halloween extravaganza parties you've seen?
So we did a black and white ball one year on Halloween. Okay. So everybody had to come in black and white. Everybody had to wear a mask. All the food had to be black and white. That was challenging.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, like we did white and dark chocolate mousse layered. I can't remember. It was many years ago, all the things we did, but the entire buffet had to be black and white.
You had cauliflower.
Yeah, and we used beef tender. It's not really black, but it's close enough. I have some protein. Yeah. All sorts of stuff. It was wild, but it was fun.
Listen, you do what the customers ask
for. It was a good challenge. I love a good challenge.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Not in the middle of December.
Not in the middle of December. Remember, she's doing 500 events per year. What's the best way for people to find out about your classes? You also, I think you told me you have a new book coming out.
I do. I have a new book coming out in the spring, and I don't have a title yet, so don't ask me.
That's okay.
It's working. So it'll probably be out in April. And so it's going to be available for pre-sale for Christmas. Okay. And if you buy it for Christmas ahead of time, you're going to get a free one of our gingerbreads with it. So I have a line of products too. You may not have wanted to know all this, but you get to know.
No, I've heard about this gingerbread though. We had quite an experience with our team and the gingerbread. It kind of changed their lives.
So I started with the gingerbread and I created a new company called Mrs. Stone's as an ode to my mom. And so we have the gingerbread and it's an old fashioned blackstrap molasses gingerbread cake. It's fabulous. And then we have our Texas trash, potato chips, a rosemary shortbread cookies, and cheese straws. So anyway, that's a whole line that we carry that we now offer wholesale, and you can go to another website and order that and ship it to your friends who aren't in Texas.
And what is your website for people who'd like to find out more?
The main website is silverstone-events.com. Mm-hmm. The food shop is silverstone-foodshop.com. Mm-hmm. And the Mrs. Stone's is Mrs. Stone's-TexasProducts.com.
And we're in your kitchen and your studio right here, 300 Shepherd.
Yes.
So if you're in this area,
stop by.
Feel free to stop by because it's a great teacher gift. She's got prepackaged.
Yes. I have a whole food shop next door that you can buy to go, gourmet food to go and for dinners.
Yeah. And if you're like me, you're always scrambling for those last minute teacher gifts and these last minute holiday ideas.
Yeah, and fun ideas.
We want to do something different. We don't want to just always do the same thing.
Right.
We want to do some different things. Do you have Instagram also? You're on social media?
Instagram, Facebook. I have a YouTube channel called Chef Elizabeth Stone, which will share all these videos if you allow us to on that.
Yes.
And so I have lots of social media and we do a lot of videos as well.
All right. Well, we're going to do a lot of videos and you're going to be seeing us a lot more on Fox Local and Fox 26 because we are continuing in Cleverly's legacy, sharing all of these incredible ideas.
And now we can be food sisters.
And Houstonians need to know they've got options.
Absolutely. Yeah, they do. They do.
And
exactly.
To come right in here, she can teach you how to cook too. All right, y'all. Make sure you download that Fox Local app. You can watch all your Foodies and Friends episodes anytime you like. And also make sure to stay tuned because you might see us for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas content. We'll see you guys in another episode soon.
Thanks, Cleverly. Cleverly. I called you Cleverly. Thanks, Katie.
That's okay.